Hi, my name is Paula'S, and I'm the owner and founder of Paula'S Wig Boutique in Toronto, New York City, and now Miami.
Hi, Paula.
Hey, good morning. Oh, so good. I wish the sun was shining, but we do live in Toronto, so the reality is winter wonderland.
Did you have your breakfast today?
I never eat breakfast. I never eat breakfast. I would never be able to do this if I had breakfast. My secret? Bulletproof coffee. What does that mean? A little bit of ghee, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of MCT oil, and I'm good to go. 5 hours, and I'm charged. I want to say good morning to the ladies. They're always here before I am. Like, literally at the crack of dawn. They're incredible. Hey, good morning, girls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How's it going? Hi, good morning, Anne. Good morning, Adele. Hi, good morning. These are our ladies. Good morning. We just make sure they're all in order.
Yeah.
It's really, really special to be working with organic hair because it comes in its original color and its original texture, and what you see is what you get. So when I buy this hair, it's virtually all Caucasian hair. So red hair is naturally red, blonde hair is naturally blonde, curly hair is naturally curly. So as I buy these bundles of hair, so I decide, oh, this is going to be really nice as a lob. This is going to be really nice with a long balayage or something like that. So it's kind of like I have like arts and crafts every single day.
And how did you come up with that idea?
Honestly, it's just been a very organic process. It didn't just like occur to me, oh, you should be in wigs. It's like, you know how necessity is the mother of all invention? So basically, for me, my wig business is the major mother invention because of the necessity I had. Basically, when I was like 21 years old, I needed a wig for my own reasons, and I couldn't afford anything. So what I got was something that somebody actually donated me. Although I appreciate that it was given to me, it was literally steel wool. It was made out of some bizarre synthetic human hybrid, and that's what I had. And I didn't think I could actually have better, so that's what I wore. I was in college that year, and it was a terrible year. The only thing I remember of that year actually is thinking that everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at my head. Everybody knows I'm wearing a wig, and I didn't really get good grades that year either. And probably that's when it all started, when I started to like plot, like, how could I get a good wig? What is a good wig? And I really started researching the industry overall, like what makes a wig good? And it was hands down. It was all about how the wig is made, and then above and beyond everything else, it's the type of hair. So using hair that's in its original state will win every time. So even the quality of workmanship could be sacrificed a little, but the type of hair, like, definitely not. So so that was it. I had like 3 years of being in a really nasty wig, and I got married, and I had my first child, and we were poor as church mice, like literally as poor as church mice. And still always thinking one day I'm gonna get me a good wig. And so the story goes, like, I was walking down the street in Chinatown. I used to always go to Chinatown to buy my vegetables once a week because that was the cheapest place to get vegetables. Life hack, always go to Chinatown. And I was walking, and I just walked past this like kind of dingy store, and on the window was a handwritten sign like, "We make custom wigs." And I was pushing my baby carriage, and I walked by it and then walked back and thought, what the heck? And so I walked in, and the inside of the store looked just like the outside of the store. So I think the last time they had renovated it was 1952. And it was pretty dusty, pretty dingy, but I heard the sound of machines running in the background, and like I smelled something cooking in the background, and then a bunch of ladies like with little hooks and needles and hair. And so I said, I saw your sign that you make custom wigs. And there was not a lot of English, but I kind of like described that, what if I would bring you some hair? Like, could you make a wig for me? And they agreed to. I have to say that that's literally, like, that's where it all started. That was the beginning of the story, and pretty much after that, it's all commentary. So I sourced some hair for myself. And I brought it back to them, and they stuck like a cap on my head, and a week later they had made me a wig. And that was life-altering, totally life-altering. I was a different person. When I put that on, they trimmed it on me a little bit, and I walked out, I felt like I went back a few years. I felt like a regular person again. I was walking around and feeling extremely confident. And that's when I got the bug that you've got to get into this. You've got to figure out how to do this. You've got to do this for other ladies. Come on in. Okay.
Sorry to
How
barge
are
in.
you? Come on in. Take a seat. Hi. Do you have your bulletproof coffee yet?
Oh, I'm gonna do it. So when did you first start that business? Did you think that it's gonna be this big?
I had actually no aspirations at all. I was just like really into paying rent. I loved paying rent. When I said we were Paula'S church mice, I literally remember it. I remember living in Brooklyn, not being able to pay my rent, being covered in cockroaches and mice and like all of those great critters that come with living in the Big Apple. And just thinking, gosh, like it really sucks to have the superintendent banging on your door saying that rent is due. So I always had very, very small aspirations. I was really happy to be able to be paying my bills. I was very thankful that I had a way to do it. I was never thinking it's going to get big. Also because I was so very involved in the business, I couldn't think about growing because I was just busy helping my clients create beautiful wigs and making sure that they were happy. It just sort of happened. I have 3 daughters, as I said, and they all grew up around a mommy that makes wigs. And they're kind of involved in the business. In fact, my middle daughter is at this point operating the New York branch, and it's just in her blood. If you grow up around something, and she loves it. I certainly never expected my children to get involved in my business. But when they got bigger, it seemed like very natural for them just to kind of flow into it. So since my children are bigger, the expansion just, again, everything's been organic, everything's just been divine providence, and it sort of grew out of that. She loves New York, always wanted to be in New York, so we thought, like, now's the time. And we spread there, and I happen to love Miami. And I love not being in Toronto in the winter, and so that's how we thought Miami would work. And once, it's kind of like, well, once you've got this much, you might as well have more. So yeah, that's how it expanded.
How do you manage 3 stores?
It's a lot of help and great employees and a phenomenal husband. Every woman that is able to achieve anything has an amazing partner. So first and foremost, my hat goes off, or my wig goes off to him. He's been an incredible support, invaluable. Like there's no way that it could have happened without his support and willingness to let me fly, and he always has. And then, of course, my employees are unbelievable. I am nothing without them. I am really, really nothing. From the simplest job to the most complicated wig design, everybody involved in it has really been incredible for me, and I give them all the credit, absolutely all the credit. And phenomenal clients. They have been my best teachers from like the day one when I was dealing with clients and all of their problems, although it was extremely difficult because they were so picky and so demanding. It's what forced me to learn ways to serve them as best as I can. And that's been our role model moving forward, and in every branch that we open up, we always want to create that same experience, that a client is fully supported from every step of the way, from thinking about getting a wig to talking about getting a wig to finally having the wig made for them and adjusted for them. Everything is on site. Wig workshop is on site in all 3 branches. We've got a wig workshop, hairdressers, stylists, colorists, all on site. So the person is never left in the lurch. It's not like buying a wig online and having it come and it's a big surprise. There are no surprises, and we always say that we are there to hold the hand all the way. And because I always employ people that also wear wigs, a client really feels that there's a feeling of empathy and understanding, because you can't really buy a wig from somebody that doesn't wear a wig.
So how often do you travel to those 2 stores? Like, you were always here in Toronto, right. And then right. How do you just manage?
Yeah. So as I said, like, I mean, incredible staff. In the beginning when we were setting up New York, so I was going more frequently, but it is my daughter that runs the store. So I'm very unexpected that she would be able to take over so quickly. But she's got it covered. She knows what she's doing. She has a great support staff as well. So at this point, I'm here manufacturing the wigs as much as possible for her, and here to help with any questions overall. But I don't go that frequently to New York anymore, but I'll be heading out to Miami more frequently because we're just starting up that place. And I actually like Miami more than New York. Although the clientele is beautiful regardless, it's just, I'm very into sunshine.
So where do you see yourself in a year or two from now?
Well, my role is changing actually quite quickly. So where I used to be very much in the front, I was always with the clients, dealing with their issues directly. I definitely see that role changing because obviously 3 stores, there's going to be different needs. So I'll be filling more the role of support rather than as the face in the front. And I'm really looking forward to doing that for our 3 locations, developing different products, dealing with marketing issues, and seeing just how we can spread our brand as much as possible.
So do you have a 4th location in mind?
I can't believe I have 3 locations, but actually, yeah, we had some ideas. I don't love jet lag, so I'm kind of thinking about something else on the East Coast. We were kind of seriously looking at something in New Jersey, but LA is very, very tempting. I just love California, so maybe New Jersey or LA, something like that.
So what are you going to do for the rest of your day?
Well, what I'd like to do is actually just like get in the car and drive to my daughter's house and get on the floor and play with my 2 delicious grandchildren. I'm really hoping to do more of that in the future. Right now, it's really, really crazy busy, but we've got a bunch of stuff to do. Really preparing hard for Miami for their opening in February and getting all their wigs ready. So lots to do for down south. Thanks for watching until the end. Hope you're not too bored. Please continue to follow us. We're easy to find on social media. Paula'S Wig Boutique.